So what was I doing to your jab? Okay. Now how was I defending it? That's how you want to think about it. Well, alright, so here, every time you caught that jab up, I was catching it with this hand, and then I was returning fire with my jab. So that's the pattern I'm looking for you to catch on to. A lot of times, when you throw a shot at a guy, especially a jab, a single shot, he's going to have a way that he's trying to defend it. Sometimes it might be multiple ways, but normally you have to force it to the second one, right? So if I'm catching a jab, boom, and returning fire, what I would do when I see someone that's trying to catch my jab, first thing I'm going to oh, when I know my jab is making this hand leave their face, right? So the first thing I'm looking for is a hook. I'm using my jab to set up the hook. Now that can either be feinting the jab and making them try and catch it. So feint that jab, and make my hand go here, and then trying to throw that hook in right after, right? Or throwing the jab, defending it, and then right off of the catch, feeling that impact, and then throwing the hook off of it there. Boom, hook, right off that, bang, right? Trying to beat that hand back home, all right? So that's what you're trying to do this next time, all right? I'm gonna give you the same thing. Now, the one thing I did like was towards the end of the round, you started taking sharper angles to cut off the ring. You don't have to be as aggressive at the start. And all that by I mean is you don't have to expend as much energy when you step. Just walk to that position. You don't have to rush it just yet. Alright? Let me tie my shoe up real quick. Pause it real quick. Now you know what to do. So now you gotta hide it. You gotta find a way to make it be unexpected, right? So throw your jab down to the body sometimes, right? So I'm not just expecting that jab hook upstairs, right? There you go, good. 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 Alright. So that's where you gotta be more patient. And you're looking to set up that shot. Right? So You got to keep working off your jab. And you are looking for that shot, so you do want to throw with regularity, but mix it up. Which you did right here one time. You threw the right hand off that jab, right? But for the most of that round, it was either jab, hook, or feint the jab, hook. That's what you're looking for because of what I'm giving you off that jab. But you gotta set it up. You gotta set it up. If you just keep showing it to me, then I'm gonna start using it against you, which is what I started doing here about halfway through the round, which was at first it was just catch, jab, evade. Catch, jab, evade. But once I catch on to your pattern, once I go, oh, he's trying to throw his jab, you see I'm catching it. Now he's trying to catch me on the hook. I got that too, so now I can make an adjustment for that. And my adjustment was, okay, well I'm gonna catch the jab so he throws the hook. And when he throws the hook, he's dropping that hand. So I'm gonna just keep mine tucked and throw my lead hook on his hook, right? And that's how a lot of guys get knocked out. Or, whatever, on it, right? Remember, you're catching onto a pattern, but they're trying to catch onto your pattern as well. So you gotta mix that pattern up, right? Because sometimes, what you're trying to make him do is, okay, you think about that pattern, and he's gonna try and catch this hook, and you're actually gonna throw a right hand sometimes, right? Or you might actually throw a uppercut, something like that. And that's how he's gonna get knocked out, right? So same thing here, I'm giving you the same look, but you gotta try and disguise that shot a little bit more. All right, just be more patient. Be more patient.
So when you say patient, hey, just hang up.
When I say by patient,
keep working you around, then go back and do it again.
no, what I'm saying by be patient is work off that jab more. So some jabs you need to be like more committed on actually just trying to score the jab, not using it just as a setup punch. Like they'd be worried about getting blasted right down the middle by the jab, right? Then I'm really gonna be focused on trying to defend that jab, trying to catch it. Boom. Once you see the catch, that's the trigger. Throw the hook. If you don't get me on that one, know that that's the same try you're trying to land, but go back to just trying to land that solid jab again. Make me think about the jab again. Once you make me think about the jab, boom, then get me with that hook, right? Or you can switch it up. You can lead with a right hand, and now I'm thinking about that right hand. Boom, then you throw the jab, boom, and the hook off of it, all right? All right, let's work. Good, good. I like that. Going forward, remember, you got next machine gun locked in. You gotta step in with that jab, bro. Alright, so you just trying to rush in, you gotta box him. There you go. Bless that jab, right? Bless it. That was the first one to go. one you threw, that's all the ones you want to throw. Either measure to see where you are, push off that back leg, shoot that real jab, maybe you have to react to it. I agree. Alright. We're gonna box 2 2-minute rounds after this. Just gonna keep giving you different looks. I want you throwing a little bit more meaner punches, alright? But what I don't want you doing is rushing in. I want you to look back at this video, and every combination is not about how many punches landed. It's about how many hard punches did you throw the right way. Because whether it lands or even if it missed, you still got to be on balance. All right?